Okay guys, so here we are in the finals and we are up against the Wolf and he plays Affinity, and unfortunately we did not win the die roll. However, our hand is really good, so we are not going to mulligan, and Chris has mulliganed. I mean, we can get out a turn 1 lodestone, which is pretty good. Follow that up by a sphere and a crucible, the wasteland. So let's see what he does. If this is all he's doing, we're all right. Okay. Makes me wish I had a revoker here. Ooh, worm coil. So here's the question. I mean, this puts us in an awkward position here because he can wasteland our workshop, and then we have to spend a turn paying for a Crucible. A Crucible of Worlds. But I mean, regardless, I just absolutely think we need to get a Lodestone Golem out there. I mean, he might not have any other mana, I don't know. But if he's got a workshop, this becomes a little bit more awkward for us. Because then he can just go straight into his own Lodestone, and he gets bettered with his Wasteland, right? So maybe I Wasteland it, and then Crypt, and then I Workshop. Right, Wasteland, Mana Crypt into Sphere of Resistance. That might slow him down a little bit. And then I can do the Crucible lock, right? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. I mean, I suspect him to have a land here. It's a matter of whether he can activate his clamp or not. But if he doesn't have a play here, which is possible he doesn't, I think we absolutely attack and go for that Crucible. Okay, he has not, so Port is pretty good here too. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go out and I'm going to get myself... now here's the thing, if he has a... This is the thing, right? Because if he's got one of those Myrrh things that makes all those tokens, but he won't be able to cast his guys without paying mana, so this is the correct play here. And then next turn, if he doesn't go off with another land here, we're really in good shape. Okay, Pester Might is fine, actually. And I think we go and we get a Wasteland and take away his ability to cast anything with the clamp. We can't actually cast that because this. Oh, we can. So we're going to have to get a bit lucky here, but we're in pretty good shape, I would think. Especially if we can get a Worm Coil down before he gets any other land. Okay, so we can actually get a Worm Coil down right here. Right. Cost 7, 5, 7. Okay, so hopefully he can't mount anything here. So not too often you take a game from Affinity like that off the hop. So we will be very happy to have that. And we definitely have some game against Affinity tonight because I've brought in a bunch of precursor golems got these guys. We can get rid of some duplicates here. I'll also bring in a Triskelion. And, you know, thorns are just not very good against Affinity. Neither is Crucible for that matter, but certainly was nice there being able to recur those wastelands. So, I mean, Thorn of Amnesis is just, it's a very mediocre card against them. There's multiple. I mean, I don't know how good Tangle Wire is, but I've decided to just bring in the duplicate just because it might take away a Lodestone Golem or something like that. So, let's see how it goes, guys. Let's take this down. So this is not a very good hand against Affinity. I mean, Affinity is just going to be able to explode here out of the gates, and, or possibly anyways. And we are officially 3 turns before we can even cast a creature with this hand. So, and we're paying life. I'm really not crazy about this hand, even though it's got a Precursor and a Worm Coil. So I am going to ship this hand back. And this is a little bit better. Puts me in an awkward position because it's the City of Traders, so we kind of need to draw into something here. But I think we'll keep it and kind of, you know, see what happens with it. If we can get another land next turn, particularly a Workshop, we're in great shape. Now, Wasteland is a bad card for us. Provoker would be good. Now, here's the question. Do we just... I mean, Wastelanding him probably doesn't do a lot other than protect our own lands. That Sol Ring is pretty good. The question is do I take it? No. We could see a Lodestone here. Okay, I mean, that's fine. There's not much we can do about that. Trade for trade. And hopefully we don't see a Skull Clan. What would be very nice for us here is if we were able to get ourselves a Null Rod. Okay, so we are officially struggling. But Chris didn't do much here either. I mean, yes, he's attacking our land base, but if all I'm facing down at this stage is a Memnite, I could be doing a whole lot worse, that's for sure. And all it takes is me to get into a Workshop here, and we're going to be a lot better off. So, okay, Ravager's a good one. Ah, there we are. Okay. Double Ravager. So, Null Rod might be good here. Not so good, unfortunately. Guess we will take away his Skull Clamps. I mean, we've got some time. A Workshop here changes the complexity of this game big time. Okay, so Tangle Wire pretty much does us in. And even though we had a slow start, we had a worse one, so... That's just what Affinity does to you. So hopefully we can rebound this game. Yeah. I mean, I could comfortably concede right now. I know I'm not winning this game, but there would have to be a very obscure set of circumstances that would have to occur for me to come back from this, like workshop right now. That's not going to do it. That's 3. Yeah, that's pretty much game. That's unfortunate. I mean, even without the tangle wire, we weren't doing much there anyways, so that turn we would have been able to get a sol ring out, which would have allowed us to cast a crucible, which would have been pretty good, but so he's just going for a critical here. Even if I could cast this precursor here, I don't think it would be enough, but we'll see. Nope. Okay. So, yeah, we got beat up really badly there on lands. Looking so bad in this match, that's for sure. Maybe we do just want a thorn here. Yes, we would like to play first. And this is not bad. This is not bad. So we can get a chalice out at 1, turn 1, the next turn we can get out a lodestone. What would be nice here is we had a null rod, but let's see how it goes. I mean, we can't do a whole lot better than this. Let's hope Chris has the mulligan here. No, he's kept his hand. So we will lead out with a sol ring. You know, it's always interesting. I mean, do you go in at 0 on a chalice? Do you go in at 1? Do you go in at 2? I always feel like 1 is the sweet spot because of Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp is just such a brutal card. So that's where that's the angle we're taking. We can't hit them all. I would have loved to have had a second chalice in my hand to go 0 and 1. But this is still a pretty decent play. Take away his pester. What are those things called? Those little mites. Okay, we're going to get strip mined here. Interesting. Nope. Makes me wonder if he had a sol ring of his own in his hand. So we'd be very happy if he passed play here. Okay, he decided to strip mine. So another land. Nope. So this is actually not the most ideal situation, but we are going to metamorph at 0. And we're going to put it on the chalice. And what that's going to do is take away all his memnites and things like that. So we've now got a reasonable portion of his lower end cut off. Alright, so we'll see if he strips here. And hopefully he doesn't. Yeah, so that means that he's struggling on land a little bit here. What we're going to do is, and of course it's not ideal, but we are going to metamorph and we're going to get our sol ring. And just hope that we can get ahead here, because with another land now, a worm coil engine is very, very difficult for Chris to overcome, particularly if he's struggling on lands like I think he is. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's really, really great for us. We're just going to charge him with a worm coil and see what we can do here. No land. Yeah, I think he was just going to cast something into my chalice there. Alright, so this is really good for us. Let us charge in here. We want to curb our enthusiasm somewhat because this is one of these decks, I do not need to tell you, that can just storm out ahead of you in the worst way. Alright, so no land. Oh, the worst possible land you could draw. Unbelievable. That is really unbelievable. Okay, so we got my worm coil. As I say, you gotta curb your enthusiasm against this deck. Well, we're gonna charge in. We'll see if he blocks here. I don't know if he will or not. You see, this is pretty good for us if he does this, because we have a Triskelion here that can actually get his Death Touch guy. Okay. The problem is now is his entire hand is activated. Okay. Let's see what happens here. I mean, now what would be nice for us is if we could get another chalice down at 2. And I think our long game is better than his. Worm coil. Okay, Wasteland's a good one to get here. So we're going to take away his Academy. Artifact, right? So here's my question: how do we do this here? I mean, I think we kind of just go in with everything, don't we? I don't see a reason why not. Oh, that's what he's doing. Okay. He's got to dismember. That's what it is. And I think that's fine. We're still ahead on the board here. Thing is, do I really want to attack with that Mishra's Factory?